Did you know that this gorgeous view of the island of Ischia is actually the view from a castle? And if you're ever lucky enough to visit, I highly recommend checking it out, which is exactly what we wanted to do on my 30th birthday. So I wanted to show you a little bit of what it's like to walk through this ancient castle called Castello Aragonese. It is crazy to be able to walk through history like this. Initially built in 474 BC, this castle really thrived during the Renaissance period, and so much of its history, art, buildings, chapels, convents, and more are still there today. It's also responsible for a huge portion of Ischgia's history, including an eruption from the active volcano that is still on the island today. Ashton and I made sure to wear comfortable shoes and spent a couple of hours taking our time going through the castle and really soaking in these gorgeous views of Ischia. I highly recommend reading the pamphlet that they give you through each part of the castle to really learn what you're looking at and what it used to be, because the history here is just insane. I mean, look at what's remaining on these walls. I cannot believe that we were allowed to just walk through here and look at these. I feel like you can really envision what this looked like when it was thriving during the Renaissance period, just full of life. But today there's also a bookshop, cafe, and bar, and this sleepy local kitty that greets you as you walk through the castle. I feel like I learned so much, and it was so cool to really feel part of history like this. So please check out the castle if you're ever on Ischia. I don't think I've ever experienced anything like this, and it's so much more than a castle. It's like a whole village on this island. We decided to get dinner after right against the water. Since it was my birthday, we went to this nice seafood place, started with some mussels and caprese, and I don't think I filmed it, but there was this cute kitty begging right there on the rocks our whole meal. Honestly, nothing I could have wished for more. I had this delicious lobster linguine, and then another cat came around and we had dessert. Oh my gosh. The next day was actually our last full day on the island, so we decided to walk over to this cute town that had a ton of shops and restaurants to explore a little bit and do some shopping. We had another sweet guest at lunch. Look at her underneath my chair. I cry every time. Oh my god, I wish I could have pet them and taken them all home. We checked out the Naval Museum as well, which is actually super cool and only €5, so highly recommend if you need some more history and things to do. And then we ended our final night with a couple glasses of wine, but before we knew it, we were back on the ferry, leaving the most beautiful island of Ischia. I really hope I'm grateful enough to come back someday, because I had the absolute best few days here and I wish I could return. But there's still so much of Italy left to explore, so that's why we are heading to our next city of the trip, which happens to be the gorgeous and beautiful Florence. Thanks so much for watching my Ischia vlogs, and stay tuned for all of the vids coming soon from our time in Florence. I can't wait. Bye!